substantive of the present towns, adapted in such a way the situation became the main cause and demand of campesina revolution.
Throughout the Porfiriato protests of the workers arose, which were the demand for wages, the Sunday rest, and the 8-hour day.
He participated in the War of Reform on the side of the Liberal Army. He was also part of the Battle of Force. In his presidential period, he helped the development of Mexico. He was also a lover of the arts.
Oh, amigo, me gusta mucho el arte, porque hacía que evitara pensar en tanto en la guerra cuando estaba la guerra de reforma.
The life of those who maintained ownership of the land and their families was carried out daily in the cultivation of the land, the harvest, the fundraiser, summit, opera, concert, etc. Poetry was an important genre during the first years of independence, as well as journalism, although the painting happened with shock look.
He was on the great representative of literature with his works El Zarco and Christmas in the Mountains. He left great works of historical and religious themes, nothing compared to the made of the beginning of the century by Catalan Manuel Tolsa.
He was one of the best Mexican sculptors of the time. He was considered one of the best Mexican landscape painters in history. Not only understood and expressed the immensity of national landscapes, but also reflected in pictures reached the summit during the Porfiriato.
He was a master of the Mexican painter who stood out in the second half of the 19th century. He was inspired by religious and historical myths for his work as well as lamp.
Okay.
Está mal. Eso sí no va. Tampoco así. Los ojos están cerrados.
He achieved renown as a painter, something that nobody but him achieved at that time.
Yo soy Juan Cordero y alcancé un renombre de importancia como pintor.
The life of those who maintained ownership of the land and their families was carried out daily in the cultivation of the land, the harvest, the fundraiser, summit, opera, concert, etc. Poetry was an important genre during the first years of independence, as well as journalism, although the painting happened with shock look.
¿Por qué tenemos que seguir sirviendo a los españoles? Hay que iniciar un movimiento para lograr nuestra libertad y hacer de América septentrional una república.
Was unable and disinterested to organize his troop. He related the events as the cry of Dolores, but he never spoke of the independence of the New Spain. On the contrary, he looks up arms in the name of Fernando. He was a priest and revolutionary Novo Hispan.
El hidalgo nunca se olvidó.
Eso
Es un perro. Por favor, presten atención.
revived the frame of the struggle, facilitated the consummation of the independence, unified the disparate wills of the insurgents, and came to a conclusion to oppress the elite, progressives, intellectuals, military, and republicans.
Levántense, hermanos, nosotros podemos consolidar la independencia de México. ¡Viva! Vamos, hermanos, el enemigo nos quiere dividir, pero juntos somos más fuertes.